wrestling fans, welcome back. Nashville Pro Wrestling's debut event, 1045 the Zone SportsFest at the Nashville Convention Center. I'm Clint Halford, joined by my broadcast colleague,
the man with the most electrifying beard in wrestling, yours truly, Reed Redden.
And Reed, we've got ourselves a tag team match here, the Hollistars and the Elements of Wrestling. What can you tell us about these two right here, the Hollistars?
Well, the Hollistars are fairly new on the scene. They've held several tag titles in local Nashville promotions, despite being from out of state. They're managed by the ever-popular Jonathan Quincy deMarco, a personal hero of mine.
I'm sure he would be. Both of these guys are young. They're only 21 years old, and they're getting their exercise in here before the match, it looks like.
You know, everybody has to have heroes out there. Who do you look up to? Tony Schiavone?
It is the biggest afternoon in our sport, I'm sure. Entering the ring now, the Elements of Wrestling.
I'm going to start calling you Skivone.
Reed, what can you tell us about these two, the Elements of Wrestling?
The Elements of Wrestling, also a well-known team on the local level. They have held several titles. In fact, they actually own a win over current Ring of Honor competitor Cedric Alexander in a tag team consisting of him and his partner Joe Black. They've wrestled for many local promotions on the indie level throughout the Midwest and the Southeast.
Definitely four people to look at, for sure.
You got Kaden Sade. He's got a beard. Wise man.
Sade and Madison are both only 18. Like I was saying, the Hollistars are both 21. A lot of youth in this match, a lot of big futures here. Nashville Pro Wrestling is definitely the place to catch these guys. The Hollistars trying to get the fans behind them, but definitely right there.
You look out in this crowd some moments.
Elements of Wrestling definitely have the fans behind them, and I think you're right. It depends a lot on the two people in the team, and Prada and Revick Hollistar and Madison and Kaden Sade are definitely, they're naturals as teams together.
One smart person can outsmart millions. That's what we call politics in this country.
The Hollistars going for a little bit of back cracking there. And maybe a few squats.
You gotta do your calisthenics before you get in there, man. Don't want to pull a muscle, strain a back or anything.
Reed, one would say you probably do that before you even get in the ring. I guess the Hollistars would.
Well, the world don't move to the beat of just one drum. What might be right for you might not be right for some. Like Jonathan Quincy deMarco, some men are born. They're not men of means. They're a log club too. They're put into a tag team.
Looks like it'll be Madison starting for the Elements of Wrestling. If we'll get started here.
The intro of this match is like that movie I saw, The Never-Ending Story. I used to lie to my teacher in second grade and tell them my parents had a moral objection to me watching that.
Mostly it was just a...
It was just a play to get out of class to draw. Yeah.
Of course, at ringside for this match, the Nashville Roller Girls. And there's the bell. We're underway. It's going to be Madison for the Elements of Wrestling and Revick Hollistar.
I asked the Roller Girls about their Rollin' Boogie Nights. They didn't really take that too well.
I think you got the wrong people there.
Wrong people? No, they wouldn't perform any of the stunts that one did. Hubba hubba.
Nice wrist lock here. Madison works his way out and starts one of his own. Snapmare by Madison, and he goes into the reverse chinlock already. Going to try and wear down, try to cut off that blood flow to Revick Hollistar. His feet, and I think both Hollistars have pretty big height advantage here over both members of the Elements of Wrestling.
Oh yes, that'd be blatantly obvious right there.
Especially in this one. As we saw, Madison only 5'11". Revick is a tall 6'3".
That's like saying Andre the Giant has a height advantage over Little Beaver. It's blatantly obvious. Don't look at me like that.
Blatantly obvious and about 30 years too late.
You know, speaking of Little Beaver, I once went to the Piccadilly Cafeteria in Madison with Hillbilly Jim. He was very bitter that they didn't have the seafood buffet continue.
I think that's understandable.
Yeah, I was too. Ironically, that place went out of business.
Probably because they didn't have the seafood buffet.
Yeah, probably.
Or because Hillbilly Jim stopped going.
Or because I stopped going.
Possibly.
Or it may just be because I showed up there. Who the hell knows?
I noticed your story included Hillbilly Jim, another man with a legendary beard.
Exactly.
Head scissors here by Madison.
Ironically, he looked more like the Macho Man Randy Savage at the time. It's very unusual.
Revick Hollistar did a handstand out of it. Now he has a headlock on. These are a couple of dueling headlocks here. And a couple of dueling head scissors as well. You can hear the voice of Jonathan Quincy deMarco at ringside.
Oh, exactly. He's telling his man he's got to get his workout in during the match, even. They're the hardest working tag team in show business right there.
In show business.
They're like the James Brown, man. I don't know. Hardest working tag team in wrestling.
Hard to argue with that, although I'm sure the elements of wrestling would argue big Hurricane Rana there.
Well, you don't see them doing any push-ups during their matches. Scott Steiner would be proud.
Kaden Sade in now. Revick Hollistar wants out. And he did make the tag to Prada, and now be Prada Hollistar rather, and Kaden Sade, and they're wasting no time trading blows. And Prada tags right back out to Revick.
You know, another part of their training earlier, the Hollistars were out mingling with the crowd here at SportsFest.
You can see that video on our YouTube page, youtube.com/Nashville Pro.
It's proof that they're gluttons for punishment.
There's no way to treat the fine fans that came to our show at the Nashville, our wrestling event at the SportsFest at the Nashville Convention Center.
Oh, there are some fine ones out there, but there's some that deserve it wholeheartedly. You know who you are.
Sunset flip. Revick picks him up before the 3. Pays for it with another run of this one by Kaden Sade. Revick Hollistar is not having a good afternoon here against the elements of wrestling. I think he wants back out, and he'll tag back out to Prada. Now, what is Jonathan Quincy deMarco doing on the apron?
Well, he's a manager. He's managing.
Apparently not. Apparently he's in the match now.
Well, he was tagged in. He's a legal man.
Referee Chris Hobbs does not see the humor in that.
How did you miss that?
DeMarco wants back out. This is the Hollistars against the elements of wrestling, Reed, not Prada Hollistar and Jonathan Quincy deMarco.
Have you ever heard of a tornado tag?
Yes, that's not this. That would have been a handicap.
A handicap?
Handicap tag. Regardless, Jonathan Quincy deMarco thought better of getting in the ring with the elements of wrestling.
Either that or he had mercy on their souls. Depends on your point of view there.
Prada tags back out to Revick, and Kaden Sade favoring the eye there after the... Behind Revick, trying to wrestle his way out. Go behind, reverses it. Got him in the full Nelson now. With that height advantage, he's got long arms. He can keep him there as long as he wants. Backs into his corner, and Prada tags in.
No!
That did not work the way the Hollistars planned, and Kaden Sade drop toe holds Prada into Revick and kicks Revick in the chest. That did not turn out the way the Hollistars planned it, I think, and both have taken to the floor. These fans are definitely in support of the elements of wrestling here.
Look at deMarco over there, being the true manager that he is, always on top of it, always offering advice to his
best advice right
pupils.
now. Best advice right now may be to take the high road and get out of here. This is not the way they wanted this match to go so far, that's for sure.
My best advice for me would be to exercise my tongue a little bit more before I try to talk.
Big knee.
Ladies, if you want to take me up on that, you can find me online.
Wrist lock by Kaden Sade, and he'll make the tag out to partner Matt Madison.
Plentyoffish.com. Hope it plenty wells, actually.
Double hip toss, they roll. Prada back, and a double turning elbow to the head, and Prada Hollistar is down. Cover by Madison. 2, got the shoulder up. If he pinned him a little bit quicker, he might have had him there.
You know, close only counts in horseshoes and hand grenades.
And thermonuclear weapons, actually.
Thermo?
Oh, yeah.
Why are we talking about long underwear? There's a match going on.
Madison charges in with the kick. Stuns Prada back to the center of the ring up top. Matt Madison looking for a big flying clothesline, knocks him down. Elements of Wrestling are doing what they need to do right now. If they make quicker tags, they can wear down Prada Hollistar possibly even quicker. They're cutting that ring off, though.
I've been trying to tell him the entire time, not listening.
That's smart tag team wrestling right there. You want to isolate one member of the team. Use numbers to your advantage.
And, of course, smart wrestling in any case is targeting a body part, and that seems to be what the Elements of Wrestling are doing with that arm of Prada Hollistar with the double stomp off the top rope. Sade whips him off the ropes. Leapfrog. Drops down. And a big drop kick. Needs to be careful. He could have, if Prada had his wits about him, he could have made a tag there. 2 count only. Elements of Wrestling making sure they still have that fan support. The fans
Oh, no, he's just grandstanding. He's clapping for himself there.
Seems we've gotten the fans to clap for him, though. Now wait a second.
People are like sheep. They'll do whatever you tell them to do.
Referee Chris Hobbs grabbed there.
Oh.
What in the... Jonathan Quincy deMarco got up on the apron, distracted Kaden Sade, and he ended up getting kicked right in the back of the leg. Right in the back of the knee, and that sent him down. He's still favoring that knee.
That was a nasty, nasty spill there. You got to wonder the condition of his knee right now.
Got to wonder the condition of this match. He should have been disqualified for that distraction. And for the interference.
Well, as I like to say, it's only cheating if you get caught.
Couldn't get the pin there, but the Hollistars have taken control of this match, and there's a tag out to Revick. Prada Hollistar with the slam. Revick springs into the ring. And you were saying about showboating?
Well, if you've got it, flaunt it, you know? Well, no, actually, you don't. Because you don't have it.
That's not very nice. Revick Hollistar.
Well, you know, nice guys finish last, too. There's a hit song about that, remember? The guys who wrote that, they weren't so nice, ironically.
Revick Hollistar taking apart that knee.
It's almost like they were trying to give you advice there, and you just wouldn't listen. You were just out of your element. Like Donnie in The Big Lebowski, just completely out of your element.
Hooks in the bow and arrow submission. He's got him bent over his knees there, Reed. Goes for the cover. 2, kicks out. Not enough to put Kaden Sade down for the count. That knee is keeping him on the mat, though. That was a blatant rake of the eyes right there. And if Chris Hobbs had his way about it, he may have considered just going ahead and disqualifying him. Referee has full authority in Nashville Pro Wrestling. Drops a stomp on the knee of Kaden Sade. But you got 4 top-notch athletes here between the Hollistars and the Elements of Wrestling. Really what Nashville Pro Wrestling is all about, Reed.
Oh, yes. You're not going to see this level of athleticism anywhere else in the Nashville, Middle Tennessee area. Only here at Nash Pro.
Big double kick to the face and the head there of Kaden Sade, who reaching out across the ring. He's all the way across the ring from his partner, Matt Madison, though. That's not going to get you a tag. Sade can't even put pressure on that leg. Fisherman suplex. 2 count only, though.
This is a hard-fought battle, but we do need to remind these fans each match has a 30-minute time limit here.
Definitely, definitely. 30-minute time limit on all Nashville Pro Wrestling matches. These fans getting behind the elements of wrestling, getting behind Kaden Sade, trying to will him back almost to life, really, as much as he's been beaten up here. Knee to the face.
Sounds like they're just chanting purple. Maybe they just want grape Kool-Aid.
I guess that's a possibility.
Somebody needs to ask these fans what they truly want. We're all about the fans here. I mean, go out there. Let's go out there and ask them.
Of course, as you mentioned earlier, the Hollistars pretty much did just that.
Speaking of grape Kool-Aid, I'm kind of parched. Can somebody give me a drink?
Sure, somebody will get right on that for you, Reed.
You're darn right they will. Chop chop.
Revick Hollistar looking for the big vertical suplex.
Thank you very much. Thank
Couldn't
you.
get him up.
See?
There it is. He got.
They would get you a drink. Just spray you with a hose.
You're not gonna get a pin with one finger on an athlete like Kaden Sade, no matter how much you beat him down. They are doing just what you need to do here in a tag team contest, cutting off the ring, not letting Kaden Sade get over to his partner. That kick might do it right there. Kaden Sade caught with a huge kick to the face off the ropes. And if Revick Hollistar makes the pin, that may be 3 right there. You've got to be kidding me.
Seems like it's pretty serious to me. I mean, hey, what do you think this is, a laugh-a-thon? This isn't
He
laugh-in.
tried to pin him with a finger. It didn't work. Now he tried to pin him with his forearm, just kind of lightly resting on him.
Well,
That's
next
not
up will
gonna
be the
work.
elbow.
Maybe eventually he'll get to an actual
You
pin,
got to
and they
conserve
might
your
win this
strength.
match.
You've got to conserve your strength.
And he conserves it by tagging out to Prada, who may be a little bit more serious about possibly getting a pin here on Kaden Sade.
I mean, you don't know how much of this time limit's going to last. Conserve your energy. It's a marathon, not a sprint. But a sprint would have dropped you already. Like their cell phone service. Yeah.
DDT's the leg. And now what is deMarco doing up on the apron again here? This is ridiculous. And now they're double teaming. The Hollistars pulling out every trick in the book, and a few that aren't right now, and they still don't seem to be taking this seriously enough, in my opinion, to get the win over the elements of wrestling.
You know, I spoke to deMarco before this match. He went to Ric Flair's tailor to get that jacket. It's custom made.
Really? Custom made?
Really?
Looks nice on him.
I didn't say who it was custom made for. It's just custom made.
Kick out at 2 by Kaden Sade.
Why do you have to
Although
always be questioning me? Gosh.
now I got the surfboard stretch now for a reverse chin lock, just pushing the back of Kaden Sade into that knee. Steps over. A bit of a stump puller there.
Oh, a very unique submission hold right there.
Turns into a pin. Kaden Sade kicks out. Not sure how much more of this he can take, though.
You've got to admire the dedication of Kaden Sade right now. Especially after that nasty bump he took on his knee.
And they've been focusing on it almost ever since.
Well, it's smart strategy about it. They're like a pack of wild wolves. They smell blood. They're going to focus right in on it.
Very poor judgment there by Matt Madison. He got taunted by the Hollistars, who took that advantage. Madison came into the ring, and they just double team away. And I don't think there was a tag there, but Revick Hollistar is now the man in the ring. Only 2. Madison gets in to break up the pin.
You don't think? Well, Chris Hobbs knows, and that's all that matters.
He didn't see
I don't think he knows either, but I don't think you know either. Nobody knows.
I was pretty sure.
Well, who the hell knows?
Revick Hollistar has one leg tied up and another in a half Boston Crab, and Kaden Sade's not going anywhere. Working on his back and that knee that they've been attacking all match. Jonathan Quincy deMarco, you could hear him there taunting away at Kaden Sade. Now Revick's got him. Slingshot on the way. Into the corner. And Prada with a forearm right to the head.
Looks like he was just a conscientious.
Sure, that's what you were looking to say there.
Yeah, pretty much.
Chris Hobbs threatened both the Hollistars and Quincy deMarco with the disqualification.
It's those tongue-tying abilities that the ladies love. Or at least so I've read.
Prada Hollistar basically has Kaden Sade at his mercy here. Off the ropes. Sade caught him with a big roundhouse kick, and this could be his chance. Prada Hollistar's down. Sade needs to get turned around, though. His partner, Matt Madison. There he goes. He sees him. He's on his way over to his corner. Will he make it? Revick Hollistar comes into the ring. It wasn't even tagged in. And the Hollistars maintain control, keeping Kaden Sade on their side of the ring. And if he can't make that tag, it's only a matter of time.
I'll tell you what, somebody needs to get this crowd a bunch of purple Kool-Aid. They're going crazy for it.
I think it's pretty obvious they're cheering for the team in purple, Reed. The elements of wrestling.
I disagree.
Another kick to the back of the leg. Kaden Sade may need surgery after this match with as much damage has been done to his knee.
You watch any second, Mr. Kool-Aid's going to come busting through the wall. Oh, yeah.
That may be what the elements of wrestling need at this point.
Well, they're probably quite parched. This has been a heck of a match. It's been a grueling.
There's the tag. Matt Madison in. Kaden Sade finally gets over and makes the tag. Big drop kick and a kip up, and Madison off the second rope with a forearm. And the Hollistars are rocked at this point. Cover, but it's broken up at 2. With Matt Madison in the ring.
Somebody needs to tell Chris Hobbs to get control of this. He's just losing it, man.
I think you might be right on this one. The Hollistars, they've both been in the ring for a while at this point. Irish whip in. Madison breaks it. Double neck breaker.
One thing you can say about him, though, he always has control of his hair. It's always perfect.
That takes skill.
It does take skill.
Madison goes for a cover. 1, 2. Broken up just in time by Revick Hollistar. Kaden Sade still down in the corner. He's starting to recover, but Matt Madison right now appears to be on his own against both Hollistars. And if he chooses to get involved, Jonathan Quincy deMarco. There's Kaden Sade with the big super kick to the chin of Revick Hollistar. Dropped Revick right on his head, and there's Sade. Big standing shooting star press. Madison needs to make the cover. He's the legal man.
You know, little known fact, Jonathan Quincy deMarco put the Quincy in the Quincy's restaurant. He's the Quincy behind that.
Really? I did not know that.
Yeah. Ironically, there's a lot of people out there. Well, how can you not? There's a lot of people out here that apparently enjoyed the big fat yeast roll.
Prada moves out of the way, and Madison's caught in the corner. Here comes Kaden Sade.
I suddenly have a hankering for steak. Anybody else?
I'm good, actually. The Hollistars might look to finish this. Big backcracker, and he's got...
Are you one of those vegetarians?
No, I'm just not hungry right now. Big double stomp to Matt Madison, who was laid across the back of Prada Hollistar's knees. And I think you might be right. Referee Chris Hobbs has lost control of this match.
It's like Thunderdome in there, man.
Only it's 4 men entered. 2-man lead. I don't think Thunderdome had tag team matches.
And Mel Gibson's not here, so it's a lot more liberal, to say the least. A lot more forgiving.
Hollistars back in control of this match. Big power bomb. Kaden Sade thought he had something, but that was
Nice
just
double
brutal.
team maneuver there.
Kaden Sade never saw that kick coming.
As Tenacious D would say, that's freaking teamwork, people.
Certainly is, and kind of tag team action you can see here in Nashville Pro Wrestling. These fans are imploring both members of the Elements of Wrestling to get up, keep fighting. May not be much of a fight left. Prada Hollistar. Madison with the knees to the head, breaks the suplex. Revick's not sure what to do. Starts punching away. Perfectly acceptable.
You know, I didn't know there was a periodic table of wrestling. What would the other elements be? I mean, you've got 2 of them right there. There should be more than 2 to have a periodic table.
One would think so. If I see it, I'll let you know.
You need to get on that.
Well, there's a match going on, Reed. I can't get on.
Multitask, man!
Kick to the midsection by Kaden Sade. Sets him up in a neck breaker. Madison out the top with the double stomp. And the neck breaker at the same time. That could be it. Madison with cover 2 and 3. That's it. The Elements of Wrestling pick up the win. Big win for the Elements of Wrestling.
You got to give him credit. Grueling match right there. You can only hope that Kaden Sade's knees all right.
Absolutely.
Still gripping up.
Absolutely. Fans, be sure to check out. We've got an upcoming schedule. You can get merchandise. Check out all the wrestler bios. Lots more at NashvilleProWrestling.com. On Facebook, Nashville Pro Wrestling, and at Nashville Pro on Twitter. You can catch more videos from today's big event, including a video featuring the Hollistars at YouTube.com/NashvillePro.
And ladies, you know where to find me as well. No, it's a tender moment there. It's good to see a man caring about his team that much.